Hi, I'm Rob from Rob's Been Running. I hope you are doing well, staying safe and training hard. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a kit review coming up. So we haven't done one of those for a while, so it's nice to do another review. And this time it's for a product from a brand that I use a lot. So many of you will know that I like the Montane brand, and I've used Montane for quite a while now. A lot of their kit, I use the Montane Gecko race pack, and this product complements that as well. So today, as you would have seen from the title of the video, we are looking at this one here, and this is a waist pack from Montane. It's called the Montane Gecko WP1L Plus. A bit of a mouthful, but that's what it is. So before we get into it, I've had that product now, which I purchased myself, for a good few months. I've just been testing it out. I think I said prior to Christmas actually that when I first mentioned that product that I didn't want to do a review until I'd run the Arc of Attrition, because I was going to be using it on the Arc of Attrition as part of my storage for goodies on the way round. So I did that. So now I'm in a much better place to be able to talk to you about this product. So let's just dive into some facts and figures about this product, and then we can get into the nitty-gritty afterwards. So the Montane Gecko WP1L Plus retails on the Montane website, montane.com, for £40. However, if you shop around, you can get that cheaper. I did see it on alpinetrek.co.uk for £27.92p. Bit of a strange amount, but there it is. The waist pack weighs in quite a light 80 grams. The fit is a secure fit. It hugs your waist using a stretch fit to limit the movement there, a bit like with the race vests. There is a central compartment on the back, and there are two side stretch pockets as well, to give you plenty of storage for all your goodies and bits and bobs that you might need on the run. The product itself is aimed at short to moderate trail runs. However, that's not how I used it, but we'll come back to that in a bit. It comes in two colours, and that is black and red. And it uses the Montane Raptor Flex 4-way 40/30 stretch fabric. On the inside of the panel, it has on the waist pack, it has air mesh in order to improve the breathability when it's hugging your body, and it's coated in a polygene permanent odor control. The product itself is made from 100% nylon for the main body of the product. The pockets are 88% nylon, 12% elastane, and the harness, which secures the waist pack to your body, is made from 100% polyester. Okay, so let's get into this product then. Here's my one here. How have I found it, first of all? I've actually found it to be very good. I was slightly dubious, and we'll come back to that why. However, I was pleasantly surprised, which is always a good thing, right? So I've had it now, as I said, for a good couple of months, maybe longer than that actually. Did some short runs with it to test it out in the forest, and then all basically just gearing up for the Arc of Attrition, where it got a real good thorough testing. Now, Montane say this is aimed at short to moderate trail runs, being that you don't need to put that much in, or carry that much, sorry, on those types of runs. So therefore, this should suffice for that, and it does that job very, very well. I used it for that as well when I was doing the testing. but it wasn't the main purpose why I bought the belt. I bought the belt as an additional piece of storage for doing the longer race, and that played a big part in my race as well, because I carried some additional fluid in there. So which, you know, obviously learnings from the previous year, etc. So I needed to do that. So we'll go into what I put in this, but first of all, let's just talk a little bit about through the product. So this is the belt itself, the waist pack itself. The pack is secured by a stretchy band here. This is the polyester band. Now the band is Velcro. I don't know if you can see that on camera. There you go. Little Velcro bits there. You can adjust the Velcro using this like little, I guess like little stowaway. So you can roll it up, and then the sticky tabs hold that shorter, so you can adjust it to the right length so it's not dangling everywhere. So that attaches onto this piece here like so, and it's a pretty strong fit, so it's not gonna come off. You can pull that pretty tight and it won't pull away. So that's how you secure the belt. Now it holds around your body quite tightly, around your waist, and it doesn't jiggle around a bit. This is the air mesh that we were talking about. So when I again went through the stats, this is the air mesh. So that's pretty good. This is the same mesh that I use on the race vest as well that I use, and it's pretty good. It does allow some airflow through, so you're not getting too sweaty. I mean, obviously you're going to get a bit sweaty, but it does help a little bit control the airflow. So that's pretty good. You've got this little pull tab on here. I'm not quite sure what that's for. I've never used that really. So working our way from the front, this would be around to the back where the pockets are. On the sides, you've got these stretch pockets that we mentioned. They're pretty substantial. You can get quite a bit in there. You can put my whole hand in there, look. So really good substantial stretch pockets there, so you can put all your food and goodies in there. Another one on the other side, so that's there as well. And then on the back you've got the big main pouch. So this is a pretty substantial pouch. You can fit quite a bit in here. Just before we load it up, inside you've got a thing for securing your keys, so you can pop the keys in there, and there's like a little inside pocket, so you can attach your keys, pop your keys into that pocket, and that keeps them nicely secure. And also it means if it's inside that pocket, it's not going to hurt your back a little bit, because sometimes when you've got keys like on your either in your shorts or something, it can rub and leave you with a bit of a cut there. This protects against that, so that's good. Originally I thought this might be waterproof inside, but it's not, because whilst the front inside does look like it's water repels, the side that touches your body hasn't really got the same texture, so it will get sweaty in there. So you have to remember that when you put stuff into this race belt, not to put anything in there that's going to get damaged by the water. So yeah, it's consideration. So nice big pocket. Let's see what we can get in there. So what I had in there was a mobile phone that went in there, a 500ml soft flask. Now I'll come back to that. There's a caveat for putting 500ml soft flask. I actually think a 250ml soft flask would work better, not because it doesn't fit, but just because of other reasons. And then a bunch of other nutrition here. So I've got some high five electrolytes, I've got some Tailwind, a couple of gels, talk gels, and a Soreen malt bar thing. So let's see. So obviously I'm going to pack this roughly. So I'm going to start by putting in the electrolytes, pop that in there. Let's put in the Tailwind, the gels, pop those in there as well. Put the Soreen bar in there, let's get that in. I'm going to pop the phone in there. Caveat on this, your phone really does need to go into like a waterproof case or a bag or something, just in case. And then lastly, the soft flask. So I'll pop that in there. I haven't done this very well, by the way. And then we're going to zip that up. There you go. So quite a bit of gear in there, and there's still a little bit of space if I'd have done a better job of packing. I haven't. But something else to mention on the back here, you might see these. You've got little loops there that you can put the bungee cords around. I didn't use these because I don't think you would want to add much weight onto the back of this. But you could. I mean, I wouldn't want to put my poles on it, for instance, but you could put other things on it. Maybe you want to put a collapsible cup on the back there, hook it on so it's easily accessible, something like that. But you could put a couple of bungee cords around this and use those. But yeah, so it's holding that pretty well. Obviously I haven't put anything in the side pockets yet, but I could quite easily fill that up with some more goodies on both sides. So it does hold quite a lot. You have to be careful with these race belts not to overfill them though. So I mentioned about putting the water bottle. I'll just take that out there for a minute. This water bottle is an old Kalenji one, and the reason I used this one on the Ark is because the lid is lockable. Now on the Montane water bottles, the ultra flasks, it's not lockable. So if you put one of those in there, it's going to hit the nozzle and it's going to put water all in the pack. So anything you've got in there is going to get wet. And I see that more and more, that a lot of the flasks these days don't come with lockable lids. So it's something to bear in mind. And that pack, when it's on, doesn't really bounce. You can put some quite a lot in there, pack it up, and easily go on a nice short run in the forest or wherever, and you'll get a secure fit. However, where it comes back to this 500ml soft flask, I use this in the Ark, and I didn't really get much bouncing, and the reason being is because when you're running those long ultras, you're not really running that fast. At least you're not if you're me, or you know, if you're not an elite athlete, you're going to be running a bit slower. You tend to stick to maybe a 10-minute mile pace, so you're not really cooking it, and therefore not a lot of bounce. I think if you try to run fast with a 500ml soft flask in there, you would get a little bit of bounce on the pack just because of the weight on the back. There's quite a lot of weight in this, so I would recommend a 250ml soft flask in there. But if you had 250ml in there and you went on a I don't know, a 10-mile run in the forest or in your local trails, I think you would be absolutely fine, and this wouldn't bounce. Now I did read quite a few other reviews about this before I bought it, and almost everybody gives it 4 or 5 stars, and especially they all say that it holds your body and it doesn't bounce around, and it's correct, it doesn't bounce around. It's pretty good. So I would recommend it on that basis. So yeah, you just have to be careful not to overfill it or put anything too heavy in the back. What's best to do really is spread the weight around the sides and the back, and then I think you're going to get a good fit. You know, I was dubious, I say, about this stretchy belt. First of all, is it going to be strong enough to hold? Apparently, you know, seems to be. And secondly, I thought, because of what it's like, because it's stretchy, is it going to like do that and curl up around your body and just become annoying? But it didn't do that, so I was pleasantly surprised. So all in all, a pretty good purchase, I think. So I'll be continuing to use that on extra long ultras where I need to carry additional water. You know, it was mandatory in the Ark to carry 1.5 litres, and this was the easiest way to carry that in a separate waste bag. So yeah, top marks, I think, in that respect. So yeah, thumbs up for purchasing. Say I'd give it equally 4.5, maybe 5 stars. Don't like to give top marks for everything because there's always room for improvement, so maybe 4.5. But yeah, a really solid piece of kit, and it works well with the Gecko race vest as well that I use. So only one thing missing from the Gecko lineup of waist pack and vest, and that is the pole quiver, which is something that is a little bit of a bugbear of mine, because I like pole quiver and that race vest doesn't have it. So I'm just in the process of adjusting my race vest to carry a quiver. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll tell you about that as well. So yeah, that's it for the Gecko WP1 litre waist pack. Short and sweet, but it didn't need to be long. Just needed to tell you a little bit about the vest and the waist pack and what it can do and how it's been for me. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description below for the waist pack, so you can go and take a look for yourself. And I urge you to have a look at, so there's some videos about it as well actually on the Montane website, and there's a few other reviews kicking out there as well. So yeah, go and take a look and see what you think. But yeah, that's that. So lots of stuff coming up. We've got the Amersham 50k coming up on the 2nd or 3rd, that weekend of March. So really looking forward to that. That's for the RBR charity. So if you've not sponsored already, you can do so by going to my website or check out the links that I've posted on Instagram, and you'll be able to donate to that charity. Please do if you can, it's much appreciated. And then yeah, kicking on further in after that race, we'll then be doing our preparation for the UTS 50k. So I'm really looking forward to that race. So that's going to be another good one, pushing on for the rest of the year. So all coming thick and fast. I think we're almost at the end of February and UTS is in May, so yeah, not long to train for that. But that's it for today. If you like this video, please considering like, share, subscribe, all of the good stuff. Tell your friends, and yeah, train hard, race hard, have fun. I will see you very, very soon. Take care.